You did not stumble here by accident. This message appeared because a deeper part of you called it into being, the part that has been quietly searching for a sign, a confirmation, a doorway. You've been carrying questions, doubts, and whispers of possibility, and somehow this found you now. What if this is not random at all? What if this is your alignment, your vibration, creating this very moment? Stay with me, because the answer you've been waiting for is already here. There is a quiet restlessness moving through you, a soft ache that never seems to leave. You may feel it when the day slows, when the noise fades, and you are left alone with your own thoughts. It is the subtle tension that whispers that something is missing, though you may not always know what that something is. You have reached moments of joy, moments of accomplishment, yet beneath them there remains a low, steady hum, reminding you that you are meant for more than what you have been living. This is not a flaw in you. It is not evidence of failure. It is not proof that you have missed your way. What you feel is the signal of alignment, calling you closer. It is the sensation of your inner compass pointing forward, urging you to step toward the greater expression of your life. That restlessness is the voice of your soul, telling you that the chapter you are in is not the final one. Think of how the body longs for water when it is thirsty. That ache is not punishment. It is guidance. In the same way, the emptiness you have felt at times is not the absence of meaning, but the pull toward deeper meaning. You have sensed it in the quiet moments when your heart tells you that there is more. You have sensed it in the dissatisfaction that follows even after the world has told you that you should be content. Your spirit has always known that your life is not random. That is why this discontent has never destroyed you. Instead, it has moved within you like a current, subtle yet unyielding, shaping the way you search, shaping the way you hope, shaping the way you listen for signs. That is why you found yourself here now. You may not have planned this moment, but your deeper self has been guiding you toward it all along. The questions you carry, the wondering if you are truly on the right path, the longing for a sign that proves your life has greater meaning, all of these are sacred. They are the signals of an awakening heart. To feel this restlessness is to feel alive, to feel the stirrings of destiny trying to reach you. You have already been answering a call, even if you did not realize it. Notice how this longing has shaped you. It has made you sensitive to beauty. It has made you aware of synchronicities others may overlook. It has made you pause when your inner knowing whispered, "This is not enough." That sensitivity is not weakness. It is proof that your life is tuned to a higher signal, one that refuses to let you settle for anything less than truth. You are not broken for feeling that something is missing. You are being pulled by the very field of possibility that created you. You are being reminded that you are not meant to live asleep, drifting without direction. You are meant to awaken, to claim, to remember that restlessness is your invitation. It is not emptiness. It is life itself reminding you that there is more. But the very longing you feel is not emptiness. It is proof of the signal already alive within you. Breathe this truth in with me now. Every struggle, every delay, every twist in your story has carried meaning that went deeper than you realized in the moment. There were days when you questioned why certain doors closed. There were nights when you asked why certain people left. You wondered if you had taken the wrong turn, if you had somehow stepped off the path meant for you. Yet now, when you look back, you can see how each moment, even the painful ones, shaped you into the person standing here today. You were always being guided. The signs may not have come as loud declarations, but they appeared as gentle whispers, synchronistic alignments, and sudden realizations that shifted your direction. Have you noticed how certain words seem to find you at the exact right time? How a chance meeting opened your eyes to something you had been seeking? How even the moments of heartbreak carried within them the seed of redirection? These were not accidents. They were part of the invisible hand that has been weaving your journey. Destiny does not always arrive with thunder. More often it comes quietly, arranging subtle moments that nudge you closer to alignment. You may not have recognized it then, but you can recognize it now. Think of the times you felt lost, only to later see that the detour was the very thing that brought you into a deeper awareness of yourself. Think of how the unanswered prayers of your past made room for the blessings you are holding now. The universe has always been speaking to you. Every delay, every redirection, every pause in your plans has been an act of love, not rejection. The timing of your life has been perfect in ways your mind could not yet grasp. Even the silence you felt at times was guidance, teaching you to listen more deeply, teaching you to trust the unseen currents moving beneath the surface. You were never abandoned on your path. You were being prepared. You were being stretched so that your capacity to receive could grow. You were being slowed down so that you would arrive at the right place, at the right time. You were being guided to trust not only in the evidence before your eyes, but in the greater rhythm moving through your life. Notice how the patterns connect. That one book you stumbled upon when you needed clarity. That conversation with a stranger that echoed something you had been feeling inside. That dream that lingered in your memory, carrying with it a sense of direction. These are the ways the universe has been whispering, gently shaping the course of your destiny. You have never truly been lost. Even in the seasons where you felt alone, you were not without guidance. Every challenge was holding a hidden message. Every ending was secretly a beginning. The invisible currents of reality have been conspiring for you, not against you. Look at how those moments of breaking made way for breakthroughs. Look at how the closed doors protected you from paths not meant for your energy. Look at how every disappointment redirected you to something greater. And now you are here, hearing these words, at the exact moment you were meant to hear them. This is not coincidence. This is another piece of guidance reaching you, reminding you that you have always been on time. The universe did not forget you. It has been walking with you every step of the way. And if you look closer, you will see the patterns were never random. They were invitations. Can you feel how the universe has been whispering all along? In the vast field of reality, everything is vibration. Every particle, every thought, every moment is a movement of energy. You are not separate from this. You are made of it. Your body is a constellation of frequencies, and your mind is a tuning fork that calls experiences into form. The truth is simple, yet profound. What you focus on expands, and the signal you send is the signal that returns. Think about this in quantum physics. There is something known as the observer effect. It shows us that particles do not settle into a single state until they are observed. Until then, they exist as waves of possibility, infinite and unformed. What does this mean for you? It means that your awareness, your attention, is not passive. It is creative. When you turn your focus towards something, you collapse the wave of possibility into a chosen reality. You are not simply living inside the universe. You are shaping it by the way you look at it. This is why alignment matters. When your thoughts, your emotions, and your energy are scattered, your signal is scattered. The field does not know what to return. But when you bring your awareness into coherence, when your inner state harmonizes, you send out a clear frequency. That frequency cannot be ignored. It begins to magnetize experiences, opportunities, and timelines that match your signal. You have felt this before. Think about the days when everything seemed to flow, when synchronicities lined up, when the right words appeared, when the right people arrived at the right time. That was not luck. That was alignment. Your inner state and the field of reality were in resonance. You were not chasing outcomes, you were attracting them because your vibration was clear. And you have felt the opposite as well. Think about the times when nothing seemed to work, when frustration grew heavier, when the harder you tried, the further away everything seemed to move. That too was alignment, but alignment with doubt, fear, or lack. The field always responds. It cannot ignore the signal you send. That is why becoming conscious of your vibration changes everything. Timelines exist, like countless rivers branching out from the present. At every moment, your choices, your emotions, your focus send you toward one current or another. The future is not fixed. It is fluid. You shift between possible outcomes by the signal you embody. This is not just spirituality, it is physics woven into the fabric of your being. Your heart generates an electromagnetic field measurable several feet beyond your body. This is not metaphor, it is measurable science. And when your heart and mind are in coherence, when your emotions support your thoughts instead of opposing them, your signal grows stronger. The field around you carries clarity. Other people feel it. Life responds to it. Reality bends in its direction. This is why alignment is not about forcing. It is about becoming. It is about choosing, moment by moment, to embody the signal of the reality you wish to experience. When you shift your state, you shift your world. This is why affirmations, when spoken with presence, carry power. It is not the words alone. It is the vibration you embody when you speak them. You are the observer. You are the participant. You are the one shaping the field around you. The science of alignment is not distant, not abstract, not unreachable. It is alive in your every breath, your every choice, your every focus. When you remember this, you reclaim your role as creator. You are no longer waiting for life to happen. You are co-directing it with the infinite field that surrounds you. This is the moment to remember who you are. Not a bystander, but a signal, a force, a frequency that reality cannot ignore. This is not just theory. It is the very fabric of who you are. Say this with me: I am the observer. I choose the signal. You are not merely sending a signal into the universe. You are the signal. The frequency that you carry is not something outside of you. It is you. Every thought you hold, every emotion you embody, every intention you breathe becomes a broadcast, and reality tunes itself in response. You may have been told that you are small, that you are limited, that you are at the mercy of circumstances, but that has never been the truth. The truth is that you are the field the universe cannot refuse. What you embody, you invite. What you believe, you create. What you radiate, you attract. This has always been happening, whether you knew it or not. But now you are remembering it consciously. You have felt it before. Think back to the times when your inner world was luminous, when you carried certainty, when your energy overflowed. Did you notice how others responded to you differently? Did you notice how life seemed to arrange itself with surprising ease? That was not coincidence. That was the universe responding to who you were being. You were not chasing. You were radiating. And radiance cannot go unanswered. This is why identity matters more than effort. You do not manifest what you want, you manifest who you are. If you see yourself as someone waiting, the universe mirrors waiting. If you see yourself as someone incomplete, the universe reflects incompleteness. But the moment you claim, I am, everything changes. I am is not only language, it is the declaration of your frequency. It is the anchoring of your signal. Say it within yourself. I am aligned. I am whole. I am the field itself expressing through this body, through this moment. Each time you declare I am, you are choosing the vibration of the timeline you step into. Each time you remember, you bring coherence into the field around you. Science affirms what your soul already knows. The electromagnetic field of your heart is not a metaphor, it is measurable, and it expands beyond your body. When you shift your inner identity, you shift the field that surrounds you. Others feel it. Environments bend to it. The unfolding of events responds to it. This is why the deepest transformation is not external, it is internal. You do not chase alignment, you embody alignment. You do not beg for destiny, you declare destiny. And the universe cannot resist that clarity. The field does not choose for you, it reflects you. Every moment you live is a mirror. The mirror cannot be tricked. It does not respond to the words you say while your energy says something else. It responds to your essence, your true vibration, the identity you hold beneath everything. When you shift that, reality shifts effortlessly. You are the signal, not the echo, not the shadow, the signal. the pure tone that life itself bends toward. And when you anchor into this truth, you stop asking, when will it happen? Instead, you realize it already is. You stop asking, where is my path? Instead, you realize that your very being is the path. You stop asking, will the universe support me? Instead, you realize that the universe has always been following your lead. You no longer wait for signs outside of you to confirm your worth. You become the confirmation. You no longer search endlessly for permission to live your destiny. You realize that the permission was written into your soul before you were born. Your presence is not random. Your vibration is not accidental. You are the unfolding signal of the infinite field. And when you step into this knowing, the field bends toward you. Whisper it softly. I am already aligned. Reality is not a single fixed road. It is a branching network of infinite pathways, each one carrying a version of you, each one born from the vibration you embody in this moment. Imagine timelines as countless streams flowing outward from where you now stand. At every choice, every thought, every breath, you lean into one stream or another. Some carry you toward expansion, love, and clarity. Others carry you into repetition, fear, or delay. But all of them are available. All of them are waiting for you to step into them. Your future is not pre-written. It is responsive. It is alive. At every moment, you stand at a doorway with more than one future calling. Which one you walk into depends on the frequency you hold. This is why your awareness matters so deeply. This is why your identity as the signal matters. Because the moment you declare who you are, the path beneath your feet reshapes itself. Think of a moment in your past when a single decision changed everything. Maybe it was small at the time. A word spoken, a step taken, a door opened or closed. Yet that moment sent you down an entirely different path. The version of you who made that choice stepped into one timeline, while other versions of you stepped into others. Those alternate futures did not vanish. They still exist, vibrating in the field of possibility. And from where you stand now, you can sense them like echoes of what could have been. The same is true for your future. Right now, countless versions of your life are already alive as possibilities. There is a version of you who hesitates, who delays, who waits until later. There is also a version of you who claims their power, who embodies alignment, who steps into destiny with no more excuses. Which version becomes your lived reality is not chosen by chance. It is chosen by your vibration now. This is why you have felt the tug of longing. It is why you have sensed that there is more waiting for you. You are feeling the pull of the timeline where your higher self already exists, already living the life you dream of. That self is not distant. That self is not unreachable. That self is already breathing in the field, already formed, already radiant. And when you shift your signal, you shift into that stream. The timelines you have not stepped into yet are not blocked from you. They are waiting for you to tune yourself to them. Just as a radio cannot receive a station until it is tuned to the right frequency, you cannot live the higher timeline until you embody the frequency of it. But once you do, reality cannot resist. It must align. It must respond. This is the secret you are remembering now. You do not chase timelines. You merge with them. You do not wait for them to arrive. You choose them by becoming the version of you who already lives them. And the moment you embody that, the field bends. The future shifts. The doors open. The opportunities appear. And life begins to reflect the destiny you have always carried within you. You are not locked into the patterns of your past. You are not doomed to repeat what has already been. You are standing at the edge of infinite possibility, and each breath is a choice. Each thought is a movement. Each moment is a step into the version of yourself you choose to claim. And in this very breath, another version of you is already waiting. Close your eyes. Can you sense that future self calling? You have carried patterns that once served you, but now they feel heavy. Old beliefs that once protected you now feel like chains. Behaviors that once helped you survive now feel like walls between you and the life you long for. You know these patterns well. They arrive as doubt when you are about to step forward. They arrive as fear when you are about to expand. They arrive as voices inside that whisper, "You are not ready yet, even though you are." These patterns are not proof that you are weak. They are proof that you are ready. The reason you can see them now, the reason you can feel their weight, is because you have grown beyond them. You cannot shed what you cannot first recognize. You cannot release what you cannot first face. This is why your resistance is not an obstacle. It is an invitation. It is a signal that you are on the edge of transformation. Fear has whispered to you, but notice how it has not stopped you. Doubt has lingered, but notice how you are still here, still seeking, still listening. That is strength. That is evidence that your deeper self is already stronger than the patterns that tried to bind you. You are not broken because you have carried them. You are awakening because you are ready to release them. Think of the times when you felt trapped in cycles of repetition, the same emotions, the same disappointments, the same habits. You wondered if things would ever change. But even in those moments, a part of you whispered, "There is more than this." That whisper was your truth. That whisper is what brought you here now. Patterns are not permanent. They are energy, and energy can be shifted. A belief is only a thought you have practiced again and again. The moment you choose differently, the moment you create a new thought, a new feeling, a new action, the pattern begins to dissolve, and what was once heavy becomes fuel for your awakening. Release does not happen through force. It happens through awareness. When you notice the old voice of fear, you can breathe and remember, "This is not me, this is a pattern." When you feel the urge to shrink, you can pause and remember, "This is not my truth, this is an echo of an old self." Every time you remember, you weaken the grip of what once held you, and slowly you begin to reclaim your energy. The fear that used to stop you becomes fuel for courage. The doubt that used to silence you becomes the reason you speak. The weight that used to press you down becomes the ground you rise from. Every pattern you break is energy that returns to you. Energy that can be directed toward alignment, toward destiny, toward the life you are ready to claim. You do not need to fight the old patterns. You only need to remember that you are no longer them. You are not the fear. You are not the doubt. You are not the heaviness. You are the signal that shines beneath them, waiting to be remembered. And every time you return to that signal, you weaken the illusion of what once held you. This is your moment of release. This is where the old dissolves, not because you force it away, but because you no longer choose it. You no longer feed it. You no longer believe it. You are the one who decides which patterns remain and which patterns end today. Every pattern you release becomes energy you reclaim. Say this gently: "I release what was never mine." There is a place within you that is untouched by fear, unshaken by chaos, unmoved by doubt. It is the still point at the center of your being. You may not always notice it, because the noise of life often drowns it out. But it has always been there. Beneath every thought, beneath every emotion, beneath every storm, there is a calm that does not end. When you close your eyes and breathe deeply, you begin to sense it. The breath slows, the mind softens, and in the space between one inhale and the next, there is silence. That silence is not empty. It is full. It is the place from which creation begins. In the stillness, the noise of doubt cannot touch you. In the stillness, you remember who you are before the world told you otherwise. The universe itself was born from silence. Before the stars ignited, before the galaxies spun, there was stillness. And from that stillness came the first vibration, the first light, the first spark of creation. The same is true for you. Before any new beginning in your life, there is a pause, a quiet moment where you gather energy, where you align your being, where you prepare to step forward. That pause is not nothing. It is everything. When you enter stillness, you connect with the field that holds all possibilities. You are no longer scattered, no longer chasing, no longer lost. You are centered in the place where all timelines exist, waiting for you to choose. In that calm, you can feel your energy gathering, like light forming into shape. And as it gathers, you realize you do not need to force creation. You only need to allow it to emerge from this silence. Stillness is not weakness, it is power. The ocean looks calm at its surface, but beneath it moves with unmeasurable force. In the same way, your still point is not passive. It is the place where energy organizes, where intention becomes form, where destiny takes shape. When you sit in that space, you align with the rhythm of creation itself. Notice how the body responds when you enter silence. Your shoulders relax. Your breath deepens. Your heart slows into harmony. The field around you softens. This is not escape. This is alignment. In stillness, you are not running from life. You are anchoring yourself so that life can rise from within you. Every great shift begins here. Every manifestation is born from this quiet space before it moves outward into sound, action, and form. This is why you are being reminded to return here often. For in the still point of creation, you are closest to your truth. You are closest to the universe that breathes through you. You are closest to the version of yourself who is already whole. And from this still point, the next step becomes clear. Pause here. Feel the quiet power moving through you. The present moment is the only doorway that truly exists. The past is memory, the future is possibility, but the present is life itself unfolding here and now. Everything you have ever experienced has happened in this moment. Everything you will ever create must arise through this moment. And yet, the present is the place you often overlook, because the mind pulls you backward into what was or forward into what might be. But feel this truth. The power you seek does not live in yesterday, and it does not wait in tomorrow. It breathes here. The present moment is alive with infinite possibility, yet it asks for your awareness to unlock it. When you resist the now, you resist the only place creation can happen. When you enter the now, you open yourself to the fullness of destiny. Look at how often you have postponed your life. You have said, "I will step forward when I am ready. I will claim my vision when the conditions are right. I will allow myself to feel whole when I achieve more." And yet the present moment whispers, "It is already here, you are already ready. You are already whole." Every delay is an illusion. Every excuse dissolves the moment you return to the now. The invitation of this moment is simple. Be here. Be aware. Feel the breath move in and out of your body. Feel the ground beneath you. Feel the pulse of life surrounding you. This awareness is not small. It is not ordinary. It is the key to alignment. When you are fully present, you are aligned with the field itself. You are not scattered across timelines. You are anchored in the one place that touches them all. Notice what happens when you bring yourself here completely. Fear loosens its hold, because fear lives in the future. Regret loses its weight, because regret lives in the past. In the present, there is only clarity. In the present, there is only life. In the present, you realize that you are not lacking anything. You are not waiting for destiny. You are standing in it. This moment does not ask you to wait. It asks you to step in. It asks you to live fully, not later, but now. It asks you to realize that every heartbeat, every breath, every thought is shaping your reality in real time. The present moment is not a pause between what was and what will be. It is the meeting point where eternity expresses through you. And the present moment is not asking you to wait. It is asking you to step in. Can you hold this moment like it is sacred? You have lived much of your life believing that you are only this body, this mind, this collection of stories and memories. But beneath all of that, there is a truth you can never lose. It is the truth of who you really are. You are infinite. You are luminous. You are not limited to the roles you have played or the mistakes you have made. You are far more vast than the circumstances that have shaped you. Close your eyes for a moment and feel this. Beneath the layers of fear, beneath the old voices of doubt, there is a presence that has never left you. It is steady, it is radiant, it is untouched by what life has placed upon you. That presence is you, not the smaller self you learned to perform, but the infinite self that has always been here, waiting for you to remember. You are not your failures, you are not your disappointments, you are not the mistakes that your mind replays. You are the one who has walked through them and still remains. You are the awareness that cannot be broken. You are the light that shines even in the darkest seasons. Every time you thought you were lost, it was this deeper self that guided you forward. Every time you felt shattered, it was this deeper self that held you together. Your true nature is not fragile. It is unshaken. The universe itself is woven into your being. The same intelligence that moves galaxies, that spins the stars, that brings flowers into bloom, is breathing in you now. You are not separate from it. You are it. This is why you have always longed for more, because deep down you knew you were more. Think of the times you felt awe, staring at a night sky filled with endless stars, or standing in silence at the ocean's edge. In those moments, you sensed your true self. You felt the vastness, the timelessness, the unexplainable beauty that mirrored what you are within. That is not coincidence. The cosmos is a reflection of your own nature. The light out there is the light in here. When you forget, you shrink into a smaller story. You tell yourself you are not enough. You tell yourself you are incomplete. You tell yourself you are waiting for worthiness. But the truth has never changed. You are whole now. You are radiant now. You are the very signal the universe responds to. And when you remember this, everything shifts. The weight you carried begins to dissolve. The fear that once felt so heavy begins to lose its hold. You do not need to strive to become what you already are. You only need to awaken to it. You only need to declare it. You only need to live from it. Say these words with me. I am light. I am vast. I am the signal that reality bends toward. Say them not as hope, but as truth. Say them not as a wish, but as a remembering. For every time you speak, I am, you draw your infinite self back into the center of your awareness. Because when you remember who you are, you cannot return to forgetting. Say it, I am light. I am the signal. There comes a moment when waiting must end. You have searched for signs, asked for confirmation, and wondered when your life will finally open into its true form. But the truth is that destiny has always been yours. It has been waiting not for permission, not for proof, but for you to claim it. The life you desire is not something far away that you must chase. It is something already alive within you, waiting for your recognition. You are not a seeker of destiny. You are the embodiment of it. Every longing in your heart is not a dream of what might be. It is memory of what already exists in the field. Your deepest desires are not random. They are glimpses of the reality that has always been written in your soul. The universe placed them in you so that you would recognize the path. What you call longing is actually remembering. To claim your destiny is to stop postponing your truth. It is to stop telling yourself you are not ready yet, not worthy yet, not strong enough yet. It is to step into the identity that has always been yours, the identity of alignment, of clarity, of unshakable knowing. This is not arrogance. This is not wishful thinking. This is resonance. When you embody it, the field responds instantly, because it cannot resist the clarity of your signal. Think of how many times you have delayed your becoming. You told yourself, when I have more, I will feel whole. When I achieve this, I will step into who I truly am. When I am certain, then I will move. But destiny does not wait for conditions. Destiny waits for you. The moment you declare, I am, the current begins to move. The path begins to open. The doors begin to unlock. This is why the universe has always responded to your moments of clarity more than your moments of struggle. When you hesitated, life seemed to hesitate with you. When you doubted, the field reflected that uncertainty. But when you were certain, when you embodied alignment even for a moment, everything shifted. You know this is true because you have lived it before. You have seen how quickly things align when you step into conviction. Now imagine what happens when you live from that place consistently. Imagine what happens when you stop treating destiny as something you must earn and instead live as though it is already yours. You stop chasing signs because you become the sign. You stop waiting for validation because your very presence carries validation. You stop asking if life will support you because you realize that life has no choice but to mirror your signal. This is the invitation before you now. Claim the destiny that has always been yours. Claim it not by waiting but by embodying. Claim it not by asking but by declaring. Every time you choose alignment, you step into it. Every time you anchor your identity as the signal, you live it. Every time you whisper, I am, you pull that future into the now. The truth is simple. Destiny is not something that arrives. Destiny is something you embody. It is something you choose. It is something you remember in every breath, in every choice, in every moment. And when you live from that remembering, life bends toward you in ways that can only be called miraculous. And once you claim it, the universe can only respond. Declare it. I am already living the life that is mine. Awakening is not meant to be a fleeting moment that fades when the meditation ends or when the words of guidance grow quiet. Awakening is meant to be lived. It is meant to be carried into the ordinary hours of your life, into your mornings, your conversations, your choices, your evenings. The energy you have remembered here is not fragile. It is not temporary. It is the truth of who you are, and it is waiting to be woven into every step you take. Carrying this energy begins with awareness. Awareness is not difficult. It does not require effort. It requires presence. When you notice yourself rushing, pause. When you notice your mind pulled into old patterns, breathe. In these simple pauses, you return to the signal. In these pauses, you remind yourself that you are the one shaping reality. Life may try to scatter your focus, but you are not powerless. You can choose to return again and again to the truth you now know. This energy is not something you need to protect with fear. It is not something fragile that the noise of the world can break. It is strength. It is clarity. It is the signal that expands the more you embody it. Every time you breathe with awareness, you strengthen it. Every time you choose gratitude, you amplify it. Every time you speak with kindness, you anchor it more deeply into your reality. Think about the people you will meet today. Each interaction is an opportunity to embody your alignment. When you speak from your true self, you shift the energy of the space around you. You remind others of their light simply by living in yours. This is how change spreads, not by trying to convince, not by trying to prove, but by radiating presence. You are not just carrying this energy for yourself, you are carrying it for the world that interacts with you. Carrying this energy also means being gentle with yourself. There will be days when doubt arises, when old patterns try to pull you back. This does not mean you have failed. It means you are human. And even in those moments, you have a choice. You can meet yourself with compassion. You can remember that the signal has never left you. You can return even after forgetting. That is the practice. That is the journey. Bring this awareness into the smallest acts. When you drink water, feel its clarity entering you. When you walk outside, notice the sky, the air, the light. When you listen to someone speak, listen not only with your ears but with your heart. These simple choices are not insignificant. They are how the sacred enters the ordinary. They are how you weave awakening into the rhythm of daily life. You will find that when you carry this energy, life begins to respond differently. Opportunities arrive with more ease. Conversations flow with more depth. Synchronicities multiply. The field around you grows coherent. Because you are coherent, you are no longer chasing alignment. You are living as alignment. and life mirrors that back to you in countless ways. The energy you hold today can carry you through every challenge. It can carry you through every moment of doubt. It can carry you through every decision. This is why you are being reminded now. You do not leave this state behind. You do not leave this knowing in the silence of meditation. You walk with it. You live with it. You embody it. And when the noise of life returns, this knowing will remain. Remember this the next time doubt visits you. You did not arrive here by chance. This message found you because your spirit called it forth. Everything you have heard, everything you have remembered in this journey, has been meant for you at this exact moment in your life. The longing you felt was never emptiness. It was your soul pulling you here. The signs that appeared were never random. They were guiding you here. And the words that now move through you are not coincidence. They are destiny aligning with your awareness. You have walked through restlessness, through uncertainty, through patterns that felt unbreakable. You have looked for signs outside yourself, wondering if life had forgotten you. But every step, every challenge, every delay was shaping you into the one who could finally hear this truth. You were always guided. You were always aligned. You were always more than you believed yourself to be. And now you remember. You remember that you are the signal. You remember that you are not waiting for destiny. You are living as destiny. You remember that the timelines are not fixed. They are fluid. And you are the one who chooses with every breath, every thought, every declaration of I am. This remembrance is not something fragile that will fade. It is written into your very being. You may forget at times. You may drift. You may find yourself pulled into noise or fear. But even then, this truth will wait for you. It will whisper through synchronicities. It will echo through your restlessness. It will rise again in your stillness. Because the loop of destiny always brings you back to yourself. You are not the seeker of signs anymore. You are the sign. You are not the one asking if the universe will respond. You are the universe responding to itself. Every breath you take is proof that life has never abandoned you. Every moment of awareness is proof that you are still aligned. And every time you remember, you strengthen the signal that cannot be ignored. This is why you were meant to hear these words now, not yesterday, not tomorrow. Now, because this is the moment where the loop closes, where the journey of seeking becomes the journey of living. This is the moment where you stop asking when and begin declaring now. This is the moment where destiny is no longer something distant, but something you carry in your every heartbeat. The loop of destiny does not end here. It spirals forward, carrying you into the timelines you are ready to step into, but it always returns to this, the remembering of who you are, infinite, radiant, whole, a field that the universe cannot resist. So walk from here with certainty. Walk from here knowing that you are not hoping for alignment. You are alignment. You are not chasing a future. You are embodying the future now. You are not waiting for permission. You are the permission your soul has been seeking. This moment is eternal. It will live in you as a point of return. Whenever you forget, come back here. Whenever you doubt, come back here. Whenever you feel lost, come back here. This moment will always be waiting for you because you carry it within you. This is the closing of the loop, and it is also the opening of the path ahead. You have remembered, and once remembered, you cannot fully forget. The light has been reignited, and it will continue to call you forward, again and again, into the life that has always been yours. This moment will always be waiting for you. Listen to this again. When you need to remember your light,